fun.
But I've talked to people who personally, they're like, yeah, I'm gay. And I'm like, why? Because my dad raped me when I was a kid. Yeah. Or my brother raped me, or I got raped by a guy. And that's their reason for saying, I don't want to be with dudes anymore. I'm going to be with women.
There's no safety
It's not natural, no. But that's their reasoning right there.
Yeah.
And it's psychologically, it's not right. It's not safe.
There's a whole difference between identity and experience, and maybe some people, like, I mean, at one point, I thought, growing up, everybody told me I was a girl, I was supposed to be attracted to guys, and so I thought I was a straight female. Clearly I'm not.
Right.
And, you know, then I came to the point where I realized I like girls, so I was like, okay, I'm bisexual. Wait, no, I'm gay. Oh wait, I'm a straight man, actually.
Yeah.
But
that's that's a big trans is because you felt like you were like inside a male. So it's a whole lot different than being gay though. To me.
But the point is that, like, everybody growing up is told that they're straight, and you know, everybody has their own experience, their own like awareness.
Yeah.
And sometimes people might get that wrong. You know, they might think they're gay because some, like, say it's a girl, some guy that got sexually assaulted by a guy, and like, I don't like guys anymore. Or, you know, girls are always like, I hate dating, guys are assholes, I'm gonna go gay. Well, they're not actually gay, they're just saying that.
So,
but they look at themselves as being gay though.
Right.
Right, and so how can you know
what it's all about?
Exactly.
It's your self-identity.
But I get what Kyler's saying, like, just because that happened or just because you feel that way doesn't necessarily make you gay.
Right.
But like they're saying, if that's what they want to identify with, if that's what they want to classify themselves as, then
I mean, that's cool. Like,
yeah,
I guess they are.
I
mean, yeah, but I get what you're saying too. Like,
but then that's where what you say comes into play. This boxing and labeling, like everybody's so pressed to categorize everything. Like, why?
And that's a big thing.
I understand.
That labels.
I understand the reason why people try to label people. And that's because the human mind, in order to understand something, that's what it's automatically doing. I don't think people are trying to marginalize people on purpose.
Some people,
but I feel like, in your mind, that's how you understand. This is over here, this is over here. So I get that. But people don't understand the LGBT community. You can't quite do that because then you'll have 1,000 boxes.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
And it's new stuff.
Can I get my own box? Just me, Kyler,
Right.
my gender sexuality.
Yeah. So because there's so many different facets, like I don't even have enough guests to represent all the facets. This is just for today. But I get it. I totally get it. But in order for people to, that's just the way the mind works automatically. They try to understand something.
Right.
But yeah, moving on. When did you know you were different from, I guess, what was expected of you to be? Okay, not all at once. Okay, we'll start with this.
Okay. I mean, I've always felt a little something weird, you know, singing in the church choir, and you know, I see a little girl and I'm like, ooh, I like your barrettes. Or like at the pool, it's just like, wow, you're really cute in your little bathing suit. So I've noticed that
as a child. Okay, as a child.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure that I satisfied my parents. They wanted me to have a kid. They wanted me to, you know, go down that road of trying out the straight thing. I did it for them. But I couldn't live in their shadow.
Got you. What about you, Leah? When did you know?
I was 14.
Okay.
And I was in elementary school.
What? At 14?
Take a little girl.
I had to be
It was like your third time in fifth grade.
I was in junior high school. I was at Jefferson.
junior high school,
And there was this girl, and she was like the badass of the high school. You know how there's always that one junior high school.
Yeah,
and like she was like, she started picking on me and shit, and I'm like, not over here, you don't. And then one thing led to another.
One thing led to another.
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew at 14 in junior high school.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Kyler? When did you know?
That should be an easy question, but it's not. I mean, I don't know.
Like, as a child, did you kind of feel this way, or a young adult?
So, I mean, gender and sexuality are different. In terms of gender,
Yeah, that's why I said different.
Yeah.
Instead of gay, trans, or whatever.
I mean, I think we're all pretty different. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's what, but you know what, as far as sexuality is concerned, as far as identity is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember much about, like, before I was 10 years old. I don't remember much, but from the things my parents have told me, I was drunk as a kid. And it's all blurred.
No, I get it, but you know, like some people say, oh, my mother knew when I was 5, or my mother knew that she could see signs or whatever when I was 6 or whatever.
I mean, it was obviously, I was obviously different as a kid.
Okay.
I had an older brother and sister, and my sister always wanted to do girl stuff with me. My brother, well, he didn't really care, but I wanted to do like the boy stuff with him, playing sports and whatever. And after I started transitioning, my parents told me that when I was a kid, I would like dress up my dad's clothes, and I would say, I want to be a boy today.
Yeah.
And these are things I never heard of until after I told them that I was trans and I was 20, 21.
They're like, it makes sense now, son.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this makes sense. Told my family and my friends I was transitioning, and
So, all right.
Yep.
Okay. So, when should a person come out? Like, when should these should be short. Just a little short. When should someone come out?
Whenever they're comfortable.
When they're comfortable. That's it. That's the answer.
Okay.
I mean, that's a tough question because it's a lot of outside things, you know, honing in on a person that
and
can make them scared or you know,
so
hesitant.
Pressures.
But
were you guys judged by your loved ones?
Oh, yes. I come from a foreign family.
Okay.
My mother's West African and my father's Trinidadian, and they're just not.
Yeah. Were you judged by your loved ones, Leah?
My mom didn't judge me. I told my mom passed away from cancer, and I told her, like, you know, on the last leg of it all, kind of right before it got really bad.
Yeah.
And she straight up was like, I love you regardless.
Yeah.
And my dad, though, I feel like he accepts it at this point, you know, but he doesn't want to. He's he's bothered by it. Yeah. But, you know, I'll bring my girl over, you know, hang out and stuff.
Does that make you feel the way that he doesn't quite embrace it, like, as far as
it does, yeah, but I try to give him as much benefit of the doubt as possible because I love him. And, you know, he was raised in a different time. Yeah. So things like this can be hard to accept. You know, I grew up in the church and everything, so you know, he was always there, so I get it, but you know, I do wish that he could be a little more open-minded and loving about it. He doesn't ask me about he doesn't ask me anything about my relationships or anything like that.
But he tolerates it.
He does.
And again, it's a generational thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Tolerates it.
I get it based on the time that you were raised in, because it was so taboo. It was not enough, you know, media or areas like this where it was explained or whatever. So it was just, especially if you're looking at the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
But what kills me about people of the Christian community that can't accept the LGBT community is so wild to me, because the reason why Christians don't agree with LGBT, from what I understand, is because you can't produce.
Yes, it's not of God, it's an abomination.
But let me ask people who out there who are a Christian, are you on birth control? Have you ever had an abortion? Have you used a condom? I'm not telling you to agree or accept or promote anything, but you have to look at all the aspects of it. If you've done anything to prevent having a child, let alone if you, in the Bible, sex is made to reproduce. Yeah. How many of us are having sex with the intention of reproducing?
With everyone that you know.
Every
kid that you grew up with.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if you don't agree with one, then you should disagree with it all. And you can't judge someone for being LGBT and not producing if you're taking measures to not produce.
Yeah, I mean, in the Bible it says an abomination. They have a whole list of stuff.
Yes,
but why is that the top list of sin? How is that the top list of sin? Eating pork or whatever for some religion.
It's all just an excuse to be discriminatory.
Yeah. Because you don't identify with the struggle, or you don't identify with the lifestyle, or you don't feel the same way that people of the LGBT community feels, then you shouldn't act as if it's wrong. Because a lot of what we do, and then also in the Bible, they say that no sin is greater than the other. So if you consider that a sin, then you shouldn't look down on that when you sin every day.
We all do.
That's just the reality.
But then again, they're the 10 Commandments, and someone brought this up recently. They said adultery is in the top 10 commandments.
Yeah.
But homosexuality isn't, and there's always people that are okay with someone who cheats on their wife.
Yeah,
but
it's like they don't demonize it.
It's like that.
They're not
They
okay
don't
with gay
demonize
people,
it
and
as
gay
much.
people cause AIDS out here to run rampant. That's what I've heard from a lot of straight people.
A lot of
like older.
They think that's how.
People.
Well, let's be clear. Everybody knows where HIV came from. It's a population control method that the government created. Blah blah blah. We all know that. And they introduced it to the black community. Now it's all over. No, I mean that can be proven. That's researchable. Now, don't get me wrong. Black people aren't the only people with it. That's actually a fact. That's actually a fact.
It's a fact.
But it's not. Black people aren't the only people with it. But it was strategically, even Planned Parenthood. It was strategically to target the black people and for the genocide of black people. Margaret Sanger
I think that's just an effect, though. It's not the reason it happened. It's not a cause. I mean,
what's the reason?
Someone didn't decide HIV is gonna come up from Africa, and we're gonna infect gay people over here.
Well, no. The reason why I got the gay stamp is because, from what I understand, people of the gay community have more unprotected sex because they can't produce. Because one of the main reasons why people use contraceptives or condoms or whatever is to not have a baby. So because they're less.
Part of it,
I mean, that's part of it, but that's why from what I understand, it's spread more, or it's known to spread more because the risk of having baby, that's the part of that risk is eliminated.
Yeah.
So that's why that preventative measures aren't always taken, and that's why they get the stamp. But really, it's not a gay stamp. That's just out of ignorance. That's how it's propagated.
And because like back in the 70s when this all was happening, there was no gay sex education.
True. Very true.
Guy and girl having sex, and then what happened?
They ignore that. They ignore it.
There was a lot of
Woodstock
free sex happening things.
Yes. Yes, and I agree that's another element of that. Are people in the gay community, the LGBT community, judgmental of each other?
I think the judgment is alive and well in the gay community just as it is in the straight community.
For sure.
We'll go to the club, we'll go out. There'll be another gay person there, and they're looking you up and down, sizing you up, seeing what you're wearing. I've had conversations with people about sexual topics, just, drinking, just talking about what we like to do or things like that. And like I said, I don't subscribe to a label. Like, I like what I like.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about sex, but you'll have conversations with people and they'll look at you funny, but if you express to them that you like this or you're not opposed to doing this in the bathroom. So, and that, again, it plays into the labels of it all.
Right.
People look at a dominant female and they think, oh, you shouldn't like.
You need to be with a femme. A dom can't be with a dom.
And this is coming from other
that
people.
Too, yeah. But you should, you're a dom. You shouldn't like to be, penetrated, like a feminine woman would like to be, and it's just.
Or like you're supposed to be the dominant one because you're more masculine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Have you experienced judgment from people in the LGBT community?
Yeah, I mean there are judgmental people in every community.
For sure. I mean, I'm not discounting that. There's judgment everywhere. But these are myths and common misconceptions. Even people think that, people of the LGBT community agree with all aspects of it, and that's not true either.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the generation before us were, more judgmental because they were forced into these boxes.
Yeah, got you.
But
that's a good point.
I mean, I've heard of gay women that totally disagree with trans men. They think it's wrong because they're just trying not to be woman. I'm like, look, I'm just clearly looking at me. I'm not a woman.
Right.
I'm not that feminine. I'm just a guy, and I can't fucking help that just as much as they can't help their sexuality.
Right.
And they see that as just being anti-feminist.
Right.
I'm I'm feminist, and I'm all about women's rights. That doesn't mean I should be a woman.
Right.
And then there's also people think that trans men are all straight, and it's no, gender and sexuality is different. And there are gay trans men that I know, and people will be like, wait, so why do you transition to a man if
they don't
you're
understand
gonna like men? Why won't you just be a straight girl? And it's like, it's not about sexuality.
It's about identity.
You're not a woman, right?
It's about gender identity, because it breaks down into, okay, yes, it's sexual, whatever you prefer, sexual preference, but trans goes into what you identify as.
Right.
And people don't understand. That's why they come off judgmental.
Exactly. There's a stereotype that I don't agree with, that black people are the most homophobic. Does anybody have any experience or anything to say about that? Because I disagree. I really do. I mean, you have homophobic people of every community. I don't personally believe that, but it is a stereotype. What do you think?
I think every community, it's pretty equal in every community. I think the worst ones really though are the foreign people.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what country they come from, because like the Middle East, there are countries, or in Africa too, that homosexuality is
they will rape anybody that's gay or lesbian. They'll kill you. They'll mutilate you and sew you up. Yeah.
So yeah, it just depends where they come from. But I mean, I've heard this before that that supposedly black people were more homophobic, and they did some study, I think that showed that I think it was basically like white people, black people have the same amount of homophobia.
Yeah. I think it's the same everywhere.
Yeah. I agree. But that is a stereotype. That is a stereotype.
But it's all where you come from. Obviously, someone like from DC or New York City, the chances of them being homophobic are a lot less than someone like from the South.
So, how do you guys feel about the way gay people are portrayed on TV? Because in TV, LGBT people are often shown as over-sexualized, super flamboyant, drugged out, just one-dimensional. Just overall one-dimensional. Like, if they're a gay man, they have to be super, like, snapping your finger, shaking your hair. And that's not everybody. Or if they're whatever, they're just overly sexualized. Like, and that also feeds into the stereotype of why people are like, oh, I don't want to be around that gay person. And if I hear that, I'm always like, what makes you think they'd be interested in you? You think they look at everything that's walking that's, of the same sex or whatever? No. But a lot of propaganda through the media perpetuates that. Can you identify with that?